Hello again. Welcome into Chevrolet's Inside High School Sports. I'm Matt Musil. We've hit the stretch run of the high school basketball season as teams all across the area are vying for position to make a playoff push. In our Quicken Loans game of the week, we begin in Class 4A, where the Yates Lions are ranked second in the state and squaring off with number 19 North Forest. Let's head out to the pavilion where Yates hopes to move closer to a district title, but North Forest is standing in the Lions' way. In the first quarter, the Lions kick it out to Jock Hughes for the step back from the top of the key. North Forest looks to push the pace. Brian Ard tosses the lob for Damon Demas for the alley-oop jam. Bulldogs up by 3 after 1. In the second, Yates continues to shoot well from the perimeter. Wellington Stovall drains the triple for the Lions. At the other end, Demas with another highlight reel dunk. The one-handed flush ties the game at 36. In the second half, the Lions keep connecting from outside the arc. Jaquarius Valerie nails the corner tray. And then it's Valerie again, this time from the wing for 3. More Yates sharpshooting here. Hughes hits a 3 from the corner, and the Lions up by 9. Demas isn't done, though. Check this out, a thunderous windmill jam by Demas to keep the Bulldogs within reach. But Yates never cools off. Reuben Jones sinks the 3 ball, and Yates remains perfect in district with an 82-66 win over North Forest. Moving up to Class 6A now, 10th ranked Sam Houston taking on Bel Air. Early on, the Tigers come out flying. Kendrick Davis throws the lob pass to Marlon Jackson for the alley-oop slam. But Bel Air starts to heat up from long range. First, Elijah Lawrence pulls up for 3 at the top of the key. And then the Cardinals kick it out to Zachary Harris, who's wide open in the corner. Final seconds of the first quarter now, and Davis brings a whole new meaning to long range. He's way out there. It doesn't matter. Nothing but net, and Sam Houston leads by 3. More Davis now. The TCU signee slices through the defense and rolls it up and in, and then watch his awareness. He steals the inbounds pass and goes up for the bucket and draws the foul. What a sequence by Davis. Then Davis looking for another alley-oop perhaps, but his lob pass goes in the basket instead. Either way, it counts for 3, and the Tigers lead 38-25 at halftime. In the second half, Davis keeps the pedal to the metal. He weaves his way through traffic and takes it coast to coast for 2 more. Then the long outlet pass to Davis, and he lays it in. Bucket and the foul. He scores 36 on the night, and Sam Houston stays perfect in district with a 75-67 win over Bel Air. Let's head over to Cy Ridge now, where the Rams host Cy Creek, and this turns into a wild one. In the first, Cy Creek's David Favorite tosses up the alley-oop for Marcus Merchant, who throws it down with authority. But Cy Ridge gets hot from outside the arc. Donald Hensley hits 4 threes in the first quarter alone. He scores 27 on the night. He's joined by fellow sharpshooter Justin Porter, who pours in 29, and the Rams lead 35-34 at the break. In the third quarter, Cy Creek's Rashad Perkins drives to the hole and lays it in for 2 of his 21. Cougars up by 3 after 3. The Rams rally. Derek Carter drives and delivers the dish to Jalen Ward, who goes up strong, and Cy Ridge leads by 2 late. Cy Creek answers. Favorite dribbles the length of the floor and lays it in to tie the game with 0.7 seconds remaining to force overtime. In overtime, Porter lets it fly from way downtown. It's good, and Cy Ridge leads by 3. But once again, Favorite has the answer for the Cougars. He draws the contact and somehow gets the shot to fall for the 3-point play, and we're headed to double overtime. In the second OT, Favorite drives and gets the finger roll to go, and Cy Creek is in control. Then Merchant takes it coast to coast and finishes with the one-handed jam, and Cy Creek squeaks past Cy Ridge in double overtime, 89-83. At Springwoods High School last night, the top team in District 15-6A, Klein Oak, came calling, and the Tigers were ready. Number 11, Jesse Zarzuela knocks down the jumper here. Zarzuela finishes with 24 points. Here's Aiden Hemphill of Klein Oak getting it done inside for the Panthers as he gets the shot to fall and draws the foul. Back comes Springwoods. Here's Darian Gibson canning the three ball. He finishes with 19 points. As time was running out in the first half, Tim Eldridge knocks down the three for KLEIN. But watch what happens next. Donovan Turan gets the ball for Spring Woods, and he fires the ball up from about 75 feet away, and he makes the buzzer beater to tie the game at halftime, and Spring Woods goes on to win it 72-64. Strake Jesuit fans are fired up as the Crusaders look to close in on a playoff spot against Katy. Strake opens the game on a 10-0 run as James Drexler carves up the Katy defense and lays it in with the left hand. Then off the inbounds play, Drexler grabs his own miss and puts it back, bucket and the foul for the nephew of Clyde the Glide. Katy trying to work its way back into the game. What a move by Dane Geddes, and he finishes with the reverse layup. Strake then answers at the other end. Jordan Johnson drives to the hole for two, and the Crusaders lead by 7 at halftime. In the third, check out Katy's Isaiah Babaloa in transition. A little shake and bake for the lay-in. But Strake does not let up. Johnson ahead to Drexler on the fast break for the layup, and the Crusaders are in control. Then it's Andrew Malvo delivering a dagger three in the fourth, and Strake pulls away for a 69-55 win over Katy. One of the wildest district races out there is in 24-6A, where 4 teams begin the week tied atop the standings. 2 of those 4 tangled on Tuesday night as Clear Springs visited Dickinson, with the Gators looking to avenge a 1-point loss to the Chargers earlier in the season. Clear Springs looks for a season sweep at Dickinson, but the Gators have other ideas. Early on, Dickinson's Tremont Mark stops and pops, and he's on the mark with a jumper. At the other end, Clear Springs' Kyle Burt drives and draws the contact, bucket and the foul with a 3-point play. More Chargers now. Check out the move by Fate Williams to get past his man. He draws a foul for a 3-point play as well. But Dickinson starts to heat up. Gary Horton pulls up at the free throw line, and then the Gators swing it out to Nate Randall for the corner tray. Dickinson up by 1 at intermission. In the third, Dickinson's Deuce Guidry decides to take it himself, and he goes the length of the floor, finishes with the layup. The Gators build a 9-point lead as Horton connects from long range here. Clear Springs answers from deep as well as Terrence Woodson knocks down the wing three. But the Chargers don't have an answer for the mark. The sophomore scores 26 for Dickinson. The Gators pull away late as Guidry drives for 2, and Dickinson cruises to a 59-39 win over Clear Springs. Let's head over to North Shore now, where the Mustangs are hosting Channelview. In the first quarter, North Shore's Shamar Clark steals the outlet pass and dishes to Tavion Johnson for the big two-handed dunk. Channelview looks to answer. Chris Huskins' nice crossover move in the open floor, and he lays it in for 2. North Shore controlling the glass, though. Johnson gets the rebound and goes back up basket and the foul. Mustangs up by 8 at halftime. In the third, the Mustangs go back inside to Johnson, and he slams it home for 2 more for North Shore. Then check out the ball movement by the Mustangs. Nice feed from Clark to Johnson, who lays it in with the left hand. The Falcons trying to hang in. Trayvon Shelvin races down the floor to beat the third quarter buzzer. Channelview down by 10, heading into the fourth. North Shore pulls away late, though. Johnson goes up for another big jam, and the Mustangs roll. 58-39 is the final. A big showdown in Class 5A as 19th-ranked Texas City takes on number 17 Shadow Creek at the Shark Tank. The Stingarees start by going inside to Dayton Booker, who lays it in for the deuce. Shadow Creek answers as Tyron Henry tosses up the floater in the lane and gets it to fall. Then it's Elijah Elliott pulling up at the free throw line for the jumper for the Sharks. Texas City leads for much of the first half, though, as Jeremy Fountain muscles his way for 2. Shadow Creek keeps it tight. Simeon Sonami throws down a rim rocker for the Sharks. The Sharks then dial up the defense in the third. Henry forces the turnover, and Shadow Creek pushes the tempo. Aiken Newton lays it in, basket and the foul for Newton. Then it's Trey Hartfield coming up with a block. Shadow Creek on the break again, and Newton finishes for 2 of his 14 points. The Sharks smell blood in the water. Henry with another steal. Up ahead to Keenan Mitchell for the fast break layup, and Shadow Creek takes down Texas City. 56-46 is the final. On the girls' side, number 7 Cy Creek hosting 7th-ranked Cy Ranch with first place in the district on the line, and Cy Creek comes out running. Kendall Hunter goes straight to the basket on the fast break for the easy lay-in. The Lady Cougars go on an early 16-2 run. Here's Hunter once again in transition. Nice hesitation move for 2 by the freshman. Here's Cy Creek running to break once more. This time, Hunter feeds Christine Ezimako for the layup. Lady Cougars up 24-14 at the half. Cy Creek keeps the heat on in the third. Hunter gets the steal. She takes it all the way for the lay-in for 2. Cy Ranch trying to stay in it. Here's Jayla Buster firing from long range for 3 of her team-high 15 points. But Hunter answers at the other end from way downtown as she rattles home the long 3. Cy Creek up by 15 after 3 quarters. In the fourth, Cy Ranch's Shadiah Thomas with a nice pass inside to Deasia Collins for the bucket in the lane. But what a performance by Hunter. The freshman leads all scorers with 25 points, and Cy Creek takes control of the district race with a 54-37 win over Cy Ranch. It's really hard to believe, but the girls' basketball regular season wraps up next week, and the boys concludes a week later. Of course, we'll be continuing to follow all of the action all the way through the state Final Fours in San Antonio. Hey, don't go